There was something that happened years ago where I made it very clear that I wanted to be able to buy my music. That opportunity was not given to me, and it was sold to somebody else. And so I just figured I was the one who made this music first. I can just make it again.
And the Grammy goes to.
And the Grammy goes to.
And the Grammy goes to.
Taylor Swift.
This is the Beatlemania of our era.
A lot comes to mind when you hear the name.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This woman is brilliant.
But what happens when things start going wrong?
Yo, Taylor, Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
The only thing I disagree with is weaponizing a fan base.
With so much success over such a long time, it gets easy to forget the real person behind the brand.
Oh my gosh! You got me a bike!
It gets hard for the public to empathize with her problems, but what if some of these problems are bigger than just Taylor Swift herself? In the summer of 2019, news broke.
Being at Billboard's Power event, tell me about your biggest power move from 2019.
Our biggest power move is my new partner, Scooter Braun, with Ithaca.
This is Scott Borchetta, founder of the Big Machine label group, which Taylor had signed to as a teenager.
There was an Abercrombie & Fitch catalog that was clipped to a picture of Taylor. Very attractive girl. You couldn't tell whether she was 14 or 21, and at that time she was 14. She came in and she was adorable. She started playing songs. It was just her and her manager, no parents. And I think the second song was a song called Picture to Burn. And she played, I said, that's a hit song. And she kind of went, that, really?
Despite their long and triumphant history together, Borchetta sold his label along with her music to none other than music mogul and manager to the stars, Scooter Braun. Through a Tumblr post, Taylor explained,
This would be nice, was nicer in my head. Nothing I had.
I knew he would sell my music. I knew he would do that. I couldn't believe who he sold it to.
Not only did she accuse Scooter for years of incessant manipulative bullying, she had spent years pleading for a chance to buy her music back from Borchetta, but was never given the chance. It's no secret, to make it big in the music industry, you need to be ruthless, determined, and good at thinking outside the box. So Taylor did just that.
I've been planning something for a while. I think rather than me speaking about it, I thought I would just show you. So if you would direct your attention to the back big screen that we have.
She would re-record over 10 years of work spanning across 6 albums, and the plan was simple on the surface. She would direct her fan base towards these new recordings, making the original recordings Scooter owned less valuable. While her work ethic is undoubtable, it's hard to not consider the complexity and huge undertaking of re-recording, mixing, mastering 6 albums, all while releasing new music along the way. Even with the help of her collaborators, asking her to remake her life's work feels like the equivalent to burning every Picasso painting from his Cubism period and asking him to just make it again. She kicked off her re-recording releases with Fearless in 2021 to both an overwhelmingly positive fan reception and high critical acclaim. She's winning because Taylor Swift is powerful and she knows how to mobilize her fan base.
More than 35,000 new voters have been registered after Swift encouraged her followers to sign up on National Voter Registration Day, September 19th.
But if Taylor Swift, one of the biggest artists in the world, still had no other option but to re-record, what does this mean for artists on the rise? Artists whose fan base are a fraction of hers? Maybe this situation is bigger than a business deal that simply didn't work out in her favor. At one stage, she was given the opportunity to buy back her old material, one old album for every new one that she submitted. The offering underpins the kind of Stockholm syndrome the music industry wants artists to live in.
Gonna start with EPs, thinking you could release an album. Oh, they were like, no, that's not gonna. And I signed a 4-album deal, and they didn't let me release one.
Taylor making moves this big to make a business feud known to the public helps artists avoid the same pitfalls.
Why was it important for you to go to NYU?
I really just wanted to understand what it meant to be an artist from like every single angle. And so I was an intern for a management company, for a publishing company, and took classes in like copyright law for artists and entertainment
And we see
law.
more artists in 2023 opting to stay independent or carve out more favorable deals with labels, like Taylor's recent signing to Republic Records.
I'm in a place where I'm like, am I gonna sign a major label deal?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna go independent?
Trust me, one conversation, one post at a time, kids are starting to ask that question.
It's really interesting. It is really interesting. And it's also like, it shouldn't affect creative output, but it does.
Conversely, some artists are unromantic about owning their work.
I don't really care about owning my masters. I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna sing them till I'm dead, it's fine. It'll be fine. And then somebody can make money off of it, I don't care.
Personally not sentimentally attached to my music.
Mm-hmm.
I love the process of creating and the feeling I get when a song is done. But I entered this as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
If I wake up tomorrow and Spotify disappears, if I've sold my catalog,
yeah, you're protected.
So maybe where ownership lies isn't the problem, but labels and execs working hard to make artists feel continuously powerless and undeserving is. An industry run by mostly male executives in positions of power who continuously sign talent who are under the legal drinking age does need to be questioned and better regulated if we want to avoid these same stories being seen over and over again. The re-recordings isn't the first time Taylor has pushed back and made stands to change where things are headed, and it probably won't be the last. In a fantasy world, we would be able to have art live completely independent to commerce, but in today's world where entertainment can and does turn a profit, it's worth questioning whose hands the money falls into in the end. But what's your take? I'd love to hear it in the comments.